Great.
All right, so here I'm going to review some of the steps that Donna was mentioning the other night when we were hosting on how to do a word problem. So she says we go through and we read the question first. Harvey wanted to buy a present for his father that cost $35.92 and a present for his sister that cost $52.08. So far, he has saved $16.28. How much more does he need to save in order to buy the presents? All right, so we've read the question, and we're going to go through and highlight some information. We know that one present costs $35.52. We know another present costs $52.08. All right? We also know that so far, Harvey has saved, that means he has $16.28 in his pocket. So now he's going to say, okay, how much more do I have to save? What do I have to get at the end here to make sure that I can afford this when I go to the store and say, well, I got to put one back, all right? So now let's pull our information out. We're going to pull out the $35.92. So I pull out $35.92. And I'm going to have to add that to $52.08 to determine the total cost of both of the gifts. So I'm going to add $52.08. When we add these up, I get 2 plus 8 is 10. I put a 0 underneath. I carry my 1. 1 and 9 is 10 plus 0 is 10 still. I put a 0 down. And make sure you bring your decimal down. I carry a 1 up. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 2 more is 8. And 3 plus 5 is 8. So he needs to, both of the gifts together are going to cost $88 even, all right? So now we're going to go back and look and see, okay, what do we have to do now? We have to find out how much he has to save. Well, he has $16 already. So to determine how much he's going to need to save, we're going to have to take our $80, the cost of both gifts, and subtract how much he has in his pocket right now to see how much more he's going to have to save. All right, so I'm going to make another column over here. I'm going to put my $88. And when you're dealing with money, you always want to make sure that you line up your decimals in the right spot because we're talking about pennies and dimes and then dollars and $10 and so on out. And he's going to subtract $16.28. So make my $16.28. So now when I look at this right away, I say, wow, I've got a bigger number on the bottom and zeros on the top. So that means I have to borrow. And here's a trick that works when you have zeros. And it's not really a trick. It's something that you actually do, but it kind of looks like a trick. Because if I borrow, I can't go right here to go to a 0, borrow 1 from here because that's also a 0. So I'm going to go all the way over to the 8 and make that a 7. And I'll change my color so you can see that. So this becomes a 7. This becomes a 10. All right, there's my 10. And now I can borrow 1 from that, so I'm going to borrow this becomes a 9. And now this is my 10 over here. So what I've done is I've borrowed twice to do the math that I need to do all the way over in my pennies column there. So now when I look down here, I got 10 minus 8 gives me 2. 9 minus 2 gives me 7. Remember to bring my decimal down. So I got my, for a spot for my change. 7 minus 6 is 1. And 8 minus 1 is 7. So when I look at this all together here, I'm going to put my dollar sign out there. I'm going to put a circle around this because this is what my answer is so that my teacher knows, okay, that's the number that I'm looking for. And when I go back, I want to make sure that I've answered all the parts of the question. So I look back, how much more does he need to save in order to buy the presents? So he needs to save $71.72. Now we could check this really quick by adding back up. If I go 2 plus 8 gives me a 0, I would bring a 1 down. 1 plus 7 is 8 plus 2 more is 10, a 0. I bring a 1 down. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 6 is 8, and 7 plus 1 is 8, and I would end back up with $88. So I hope that helps you out, and our guests tonight are going to talk about how we can help you guys save some money. Thanks a lot.